Can we pick it up here somewhere?
Well, yeah, we were going to, get in more to the dramatis personae of the Bible and show exactly how it is connected.
Hello?
Hello, we have a caller.
Hello, guys.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Anthony King, and I'm calling from London, England.
Ah, great. Can you...
Hi, Michael.
Hello, Anthony. Nice to hear you.
Good to hear you. I'm actually surprised to be on, and I don't know if I have the correct answer, but I'm going to give it a go.
Go ahead, Anthony.
You know what, before that, though, can I just say that you're an amazing person, Michael, and everything that you're doing is amazing. And one thing that I respect you for the most is that the way you give credit to people like Jordan Maxwell, when you say, I wouldn't be here, but because people like him do so much amazing work, and you credit these people, and it makes you more amazing. So thank you.
I appreciate that, and that's it's just something that you see. These people have really touched my life enormously. When I was living in Belfast, just as I'm an ordinary guy living in the rain-soaked streets of these towns, and I knew that I was in ignorance. I've always been able to accept that if you don't know, if you think you know the answer, you will not ask the question. And my hunger for that knowledge has never been that when I get the knowledge, I forget those who gave it to me, and also that their sacrifice. And that goes for even people who have written books and have passed on, but it certainly goes for those who are alive. They deserve our kudos, they deserve our respect, until they show something different that shows that maybe they've got a different agenda or a bad agenda or whatever. But until the point when they go belly up, these people deserve our highest respect. And Jordan, is a towering figure in this movement who's lived in a most incredibly difficult life because of the sacrifices. And his personal story is just amazing when you hear it. It would blow anybody's mind, just the anecdotes that he has about the path that he was on. So, it's like the old, remember, it was Isaac Newton that when they asked him about how come you know these things, and he said, because I stand on the shoulders of giants.
Absolutely. Well, it makes you more amazing, and thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Anthony.
Indeed.
I'm going to give it a go. Is the answer Tara in Ireland?
No, it's not exactly Tara, no.
Well, I gave it a go, and it's great to talk to you.
Okay, thank you, Anthony.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, thanks for calling, and thanks for listening. Yeah, absolutely.
He was close. He's very close.
We're getting there,
not
folks.
Quite that.
Yeah. All right. I think I heard an echo. Do you have another caller? No, I guess not. Okay. That's.
Anthony just reminded me that I think we talked earlier about the fact that the 12th of July parades.
Yeah.
In Northern Ireland have just gone by. These are great days when there's a lot of Protestant marches celebrating the Battle of 1690.
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to mention Andrew Power. His book is the book called Ireland, Land of the Pharaohs, which is a book that shows why the 12th of July was chosen for the battle between the Stuart dynasty and the so-called House of Hanover at the River Boyne, the famous River Boyne, the Celtic site.
Yeah.
Why that battle was ritualistically chosen for that particular time, because it represented the solar cult. In my work, I always talk about, that these kings of the world are descendants of the old Atonist cult. If they're not direct bloodline descendants, then they are certainly lieutenants. They're servants of that agency, and therefore they do everything involving the sun and the symbol of the sun. And of course, we know that in July, the sun is at its highest point. In ancient days, the River Nile in Egypt rose in July, in late July. So there's a lot of connections there, and so it's not by accident that it was at the almost, where the sun reaches its highest point in the sky.
Yeah.
That the America's birthday is the 4th of July, and it's no accident also that the 12th of July parades, are connected on that day.
Amazing.
And this also connects to numerology, because the numbers of power to the cult of Aton is the number 8, which is a solar number, and also the number 14.
Okay.
Because if you ever get a picture of Akhenaton with the sun disk, there are actually pictures showing Akhenaton and his wife, with their god, the Aten, the Atonist disk above their heads, sun disk. Yeah. And there'll always be 14 rays, 14 rays coming down, of sunlight. And this 14 is also seen in the pyramid, where you have the 13 levels, and then the 14th level is the missing capstone.
Ah, okay, I see.
So then we see what I'm talking about through the numerology.
Yeah.
When you see 14, you know immediately that's an atomist number. When you see the Star of David is 13 stars, but all the stars together make a 14th star, because you can make one star out of the other 13, then we have another atomist symbol. And then when we look at 1776, 1776 is meant to be the day, the year of inauguration of the Illuminati, no less.
Yeah.
Illuminati representing the sun,
Yeah.
and also of the, date of birth of America. But 1776 is 888 plus 888. And it's very important to realize that the number 8 is sacred to those who are of the solar church. But triad numbers are extremely important in Freemasonry. So it's not that we're stretching this point. Triad numbers like 111, 222, 333, all the way up to 666, 777, you see, 99, all the way up.
Yeah.
These triad numbers are very, very important in Freemasonry because the Freemasons are fascinated, almost obsessed with trinities and triads.
Yeah.
Coming out of Celtic Ireland, and then coming by way of Egypt. All the temples of Egypt, every single one of the main temples of Egypt involved the trinity of gods.
Yeah.
So triad numbers are extremely important, and it just so happens that 1776, this most important day of the Illuminati and of the birthday of America, is 3 8s. 888 plus 888. So extremely solar.
Interesting.
If people want to, get into this, they need to go to the tarot deck. Say if they go to the Rider-Waite Tarot, pull out the 8th card of the major arcana and look at it. It's the card of Leo, and Leo is anyone to astrology knows that Leo is ruled by the planet, the sun, or the star of the sun.
Yeah.
So the 8th card is the card of the sun.
Interesting.
And if you look at that card, Henrik, you will see that it shows a woman and a lion.
Yeah.
Fighting, right? Or the woman is holding the mouth, the jaws of the lion.
Yeah.
That is the symbol of the Sphinx. The famous woman and the lion is nothing but the Sphinx. And behind them in the distance, you will see a little thing that looks like a red hill. That red peaked hill is the pyramid. So card number 8 is actually a scene from the Giza plateau of the lady and the lion, which is the Sphinx, and the little mountain in the distance. Well, that's your pyramid.
That's the pyramid.
Card number 8, which has always represented the solar number.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Michael. I just want to mention that we have about 3 minutes left here, but I want to say that again that if we have no callers here in the last few minutes, that the contest will be ongoing, and you can drop me a mail with the answer, with the correct answer, and you still have the opportunity to win. So the first one that we get is the winner. So just drop me a mail if you think you got the answer. At the mail address is radio@redicecreations.com. That's one word there, Red Ice Creations, as in this program. That's again is radio@redicecreations.com. So drop me a mail and. So we can get the DVDs out. Okay. Sorry for interrupting you, Michael, but
no, that's fine. And people can go to my blog. You can get to the blog by michaeltsarion.com. If you go to michaeltsarion.com, if you're tuning in for the first time and don't know me, just go to michaeltsarion.com and you'll find links to all my websites and also to the blog. And on the blog, under What's New, you will see the link for the contest and to the Red Ice, these interviews that we're doing this series.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. And do we? Obviously, we have time, to tie all these things together as we continue this series. But in the last few minutes here, is there, something, a point, or you like to, conclude on?
Yeah, there's, we have to. Let's preface what we're going to be doing in the future shows. What we really want to get into is to prove this point that I am writing about, which is that the Bible itself, because look, you know that when Arthur Koestler came out and wrote his famous book, The 13th Tribe, where he exposed that 80% of the Jews of the world are Khazars. Right? The 13th, the famous concept.
Yeah.
And how suppressed that is. That even though this man proved it, he was Jewish himself, even though many rabbis know this, even though this has been written on, and it's, websites have been done on it, yet how repressed, how suppressed and marginalized that particular fact is. Well, my goodness, what will the world be thinking when we actually say that? Hold on a minute. Let me ask a single question. If the Jewish elite believe, as they do, that the Torah, and the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible, basically the Old Testament.
Yeah.
The first books of the Old Testament were penned by the figure that they call Moses. But as the great Sigmund Freud tried to prove, and I believe he was right, Moses was an Egyptian pharaoh called Akhenaten.
Yeah.
Then what do we have there? We have the death of the lie. So that the Bible is in fact then not a book of Judaism in the way that at least we know Judaism today. It is a book of pharaohs, by pharaohs, about pharaohs, and for pharaohs.
Yeah.
And just because it has been, edited down through the years, this is a concept that we need to look at, because we are in an age in which we're going to have massive revelations. And this is one of the great revelations. It goes further than what Arthur Koestler and others have proven when they're talking about that there was a great conversion, you see, in the Caspian Black Sea of the Khazars, that are basically these Turco-Mongolic people converted to Judaism, and this is a very, very key part of the underground roots of Judaism. That's a fascinating subject. It's an extremely important piece that people need to know about.
It is.
But there is even a greater secret, a greater, much more powerful and elusive secret that ties into Freemasonry and shows you the actual origins of Judaism and Christianity. And this stuff goes back to Egypt, and that is why there are so many Egyptian symbols and Egyptian iconography throughout the Bible and throughout Christianity.
Yeah. And that's where we have to pick it up for next time. So, thank you very much for being on the program, Michael. It's always a pleasure and an honor to have you on, so thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you for giving me the time. We'll do it again.
We will, absolutely. And thank you again. And everyone listening, as I said, we will continue the contest. So, drop me a mail at radio@redicecreations.com if you think you got the correct answer, and we will continue this contest. To everyone, thank you very much for listening. This has been Red Ice Radio, and we will continue next week. Bye-bye, everyone.